All right, guys, it's time to take a look at a special edition from G-Shock. This is the GM-2100MG. This is the moonscaped one with the gold colorway on this. So MG Moon Gold. This one, thanks to Jerry, hooked me up with checking out a even more special edition one, because this one is the China only release, which comes with this crazy rocket ship, which holds the G-Shock inside, and it says the far side of the moon on there, and GM-2100. I mean, there's nothing crazy about this other than it's just a fun display. You just kind of wiggle that, pop that off, and this is where the watch would be, right inside there. And then it is also on this stand, so if you want to have this displayed somewhere, you would have it set up on this display stand, and it's pretty tall. So anyway, guys, back to the watch. Let's break it down. Size 44.5 millimeter, 49 lug to lug, 12 millimeter thick, and weighs 78 gram. Basically the same as the standard GM series of the 2100, the metals. Still have the green one here. I'm not willing to let it go. Seems like these first release of the metal ones were big hits, and now you can't really get them. So the secondary market is where you will find them. G-Shock's going to make more of these. They're going to do a bunch of different colorways. Hopefully they'll do some more visible indexes and hands and everything. This one, you know, being fully gold, which is the same ion plated as the Bling Master that I'm such a fan of. It's essentially the same tones, maybe a little bit brighter, whereas this one's a little more rich colored. This one's maybe a little bit brighter, but not much. It's subtle. If we zoom in, we can take a look at the case back, and we'll take a closer look at the dial. So there you go. It's using the 5611 module, and you have the moonscape on the back there. I believe when these were released in China, these were released first in China, and only the rocket is available in China, and they were just over the $300 range, essentially the same price as what they were released to the rest of the world like a few months later. But everybody else got like regular, not regular, still special box and everything, but not the cool rocket ship. That was a China only release. Now the dial, you can see, kind of looks like textured, but it's not. It's just printed on, but it gives it that effect. Nice gold colorway. The texture is only on the bezel. It is definitely a deep, rich texture, much like a moon landscape. If you cycle through the modes, you can see kind of the hard to read negative display that everybody gripes about. You have a world time option, stopwatch, countdown timer, alarms, and then back to the time. To adjust this, you just hold this down, and it's in Tokyo time, so we could cycle through and put it on the New York time. That's the time zone that I am in. And then you could hit adjust again, and then it'll automatically jump to that time. And I believe the time is actually, well, it's a little off. So if you want to adjust the hours and minutes, you just hold the adjust button and hit the mode button and cycle through. I'll let this calm down, and then I'll show you that real quick. So if you hold that down, now we can hit the mode button. You can do, that's probably daylight savings time, 12 hour, 24 hour, and then you can do the seconds. You can do the hour, which we are actually 11:42. So I think that's good. The year is good. I'm just hitting the mode button to cycle through, and today is actually December 27th. You can have the key, the tone on or off, and then you can have the light on 1 or 2, or what is it, 3? There it goes. Okay, so it's 1 or 3. It's hard to read that screen. So, and then we're back to there. So now when I hit the light, it'll stay on for 3 seconds instead of 1 second. So that's the only thing I adjusted. If we zoom back out, I'll pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. Yeah, the 2100s wear really good, and I will be the first one to admit, early on when they came out with the resin ones, I just wasn't drawn to it. When I think G-Shock, I want the digital ones, but the longer these have been out, and then definitely with the release of the metal ones, the GM series of the 2100, I am now a huge fan of these. I still don't wear it very often, but I suspect I will soon, as my day job will start to get dirtier and dirtier as we get into the spring months. There'll be a little bit more dirty manual labor work. So, all right, let's kill the lights and we can check the light out on this. And then that is it. So you do have a little bit of lume on the hour and minute hand, but it doesn't really do you too good when you don't have illumination on the indexes. G-Shock, lume, the indices. So if you look here, you have the LED that lights up the whole dial, and then you have the backlight of the LED screen. So I think we could all pretty much agree we want a positive LED display, LCD, whatever it is, and then we want lumed indexes. And then this would maybe a full metal one with a bracelet and a sapphire crystal, maybe a premium one, charge us more, you know, $600, whatever. I think we would buy it. I would like to see it, and I think you guys would too. See you guys in the next vid. Thanks for watching.